Okay, so we have now set up our, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have now set up our page. We have our horizon line, that's eye level. We have our vanishing point, and we have a very rudimentary road with sidewalks on the sides. So at this point, we can go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start putting in buildings. And a lot of people I know are kind of freaking out about, oh my gosh, 8 buildings, it's so many. Well, not really. This is one example I'm kind of in the middle of, and my lines are light in some areas, so it may be a little bit hard to see, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings so far. Got space for more here. I can put some back here and some back here. And, the farther away they are from you, the smaller they are. So I can actually fit a bunch of buildings in there too. I'm going to end up having way more than 8. So, and I'll still be able to leave this little corner free for kind of a park area where I can put in like some benches and trees and I don't know, fun little stuff. So, don't freak out. I know 8 buildings seems like a lot, but it really is not once you get going on this. So what I want to focus on in this video is how to draw the buildings themselves, how to construct just a simple building. And then in a later video, I'll talk about how to add details to buildings. Actually, that'll be a lot of different videos. So that way, if you need to, I don't know, look up how to draw a window, you can just go to the video specifically about windows, and you don't have to sit through like a super long tutorial. So if we think about a building, they all are going to start out as a block, as sort of a cube. So if we think about cubes, what is our starting point in drawing a cube? I'm doing this on scratch paper, not on my actual project paper. But our starting point to draw a cube is a square. And then we, add to it, right, to make it look three-dimensional. So our starting point here will be the same. We're going to start with a square. I always like to start toward the front, toward the foreground of this, and work my way back. So here, I'm going to put my building, the bottom of my building up here, I think. So this first building, we start with a square, but I'm going to have it kind of running off the edge of the page. I'm not making it super tall. So there we go. I have a rectangle here. This is the side of the building that's facing me. So now I need to make the side of the building that'll face the street. And so on this side that is facing the street and that is not facing me, I'm just going to have a line going from all my corners to the vanishing point. And this corner down here already has that line because I put the building way up at the street. But if I hadn't put the building way, actually here, let me remedy that so I can show you. I'm not going to put this building all the way up the street. There we go. There. Okay, so as stated, I need to make a line from each corner of this building to the vanishing point. So I'm just going to line them up like that, and then draw my line. And then I'll do the same for the top. like that. And then I can figure out how deep I want this building to be, how far down I want it to go. I think I'm just going to cut it off maybe like here. And then I'll do a vertical line to define that edge of it. Then I can erase my extra lines. There we go. And that's, oops, essentially how we're going to draw a building. So I'm going to come and do another one here. This one is going to come straight up to the sidewalk, I think. I like to put a lot of variety in my buildings. So, I always give them different heights and I'll have them be kind of set back at different distances from the road. I think that makes it look a little bit more interesting than if they were all perfectly in a line. Um, but your mileage may vary, your preferences may vary, and it really is up to you because you're the artist here, right? Um, so I'm going to go ahead and define that front side that is facing me. And most of it is going to be hidden behind this. Excuse me. I'm going to have it come up a little bit taller though. Okay, so now we've got this rectangle here. This is the side of this building that is facing us. And so again, from each corner, we're going to make a line to our vanishing point. We already have one from here because it is up against that sidewalk. So we don't need to worry about that. But we do need to go from the top. Here we go. And right now our building is going on forever. So we need to figure out where the building ends. I'm going to end it here. There we go. And now I can erase the rest of this line that I don't need anymore. And there we go. So we're just going to keep going like this. We're going to continue to add, excuse me, to add more buildings. So I'm going to have one back here where you're actually not going to be able to see any of this side that's facing me because it will be completely behind this building. This new building will be set back a little bit. And this is actually going to be a really easy one to do. There's the front of the building. It's more in line with this one. And then I'm just going to say it's about yay tall. There's the top of the building. Oh, I think that looks too much like this one. I'm going to move it a little bit. Here we go. We'll make it a short building. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because I just made this building shorter than my horizon line. So that means I'm going to have to show the top of the building. So there we go. Maybe like that. Okay, and then I'll define that back edge. And now for the top of this building, I'm going to do a horizontal line like this to define the back edge of that box. These will be like that. So these are the basics of just how to construct very basic buildings. I'm going to add more videos on how to do things like doors and windows, and we'll talk about other architectural details that are very optional, like adding a balcony or a sign or a, I don't know, a window box, whatever. So I will be back with more videos on those details, but this is how you're going to construct pretty much any basic building. You always, or the basic structure of that building. You always are going to start with the side that faces you. And then, excuse me, and then you're going to make the side that faces the street. The side that faces the street, the top and bottom will run to the vanishing point. And that's it. That's all you need to worry about. So thank you for joining me.